Hi there. Have you ever wanted to know more about duck hunting, or you've been a few times and you don't quite know where to start? I'm here today at Academy Sports to help you out. Let's talk clothing. Clothing is the most important thing for the hunter. You may have a lot of these items here at home, but if you don't, you can ask an Academy associate and they can help you with anything that you need. Long underwear is always important. We're going to talk layers today. We have a set of warm pants. These pants are great. I like them because they're fleeced, they're waterproof, and they will also go under the next most important thing for a duck hunter. We're talking water here, waterfowl, waders. The best waders are these neoprene type waders with a good lug sole. Remember, the lug sole is very important because you're going to be standing in water or walking in mud, and you need a good sole for traction. My next favorite item is a jacket. Now this jacket happens to be waterproof. It's even got pockets for your game calls, and that's really important. It's got pockets for your shells. It's got a hood. It's fleeced, and you can layer up under it. Remember, layering is the most important to staying dry and warm in a duck blind or in the marsh when you're out there hunting. We have a waterproof hat if it's raining. That's also important. Camouflage is very important. You want to have as much of your body covered by camouflage. Here's a pair of boots and a good pair of socks if you're not using your waders and you're standing in a blind. A good warm pair of insulated boots. Some gloves. Come on, you all know what you need to stay warm. I don't need to go into all that detail. Here's a piece of equipment that is super important. It's a blind bag. What you can do with this blind bag is you can put your spare calls, your headlamp, your glasses, your earplugs. This is your safety equipment. Of course, you can put your shotgun shells in the blind bag. These bags also hold a thermos, a spare pair of gloves, a warm hat, anything that can keep you comfortable. Oh, and if you're like me, of course, lunch. You definitely need lunch out there. I also carry a multi-tool. Now, a lot of people say, why a multi-tool? I'm not MacGyver, but I have gotten out of so much trouble using a multi-tool. It can be a lifesaver. For my shotgun, one of these waterproof gun cases. You don't have to get a waterproof gun case, but remember, we're around water, everything's wet, and I hate getting rust on my gun. I love these waterproof gun cases, and a lot of these float. That's really cool. I want to move on to decoys. You know, I want to keep this simple for y'all. You don't have to get into decoys right away, but if you're like me, I've been in this sport for almost 50 years. I hate to tell you how many decoys I have, but these decoys nowadays are realistic, and the ones they sell here are very good, and they're not expensive. They have decoy rigs that come with the weights. You can rig your decoys right there. Duck calls. All right, now we're down to duck calls. I'm sure you've hunted with some people if you've been out there and you've heard them blowing a duck call. Duck calls are easy to blow, but I suggest that you go online and listen to some ducks, or go around a park or go into a natural area such as a WMA and listen to some live birds. You don't have to have a duck call to go duck hunting, but that will be the next step. And last but not least, I don't want to forget, we never want accidents to happen. Sometimes you get a cut, you might have a headache in the blind from your buddy that doesn't know how to blow a duck call. Here's a trauma pack. Here's a first aid kit. I don't want to worry people, but it's always best to be prepared. Now, these are just some suggestions that I use. I'm sure some of you people out there have other suggestions. Please send the comments. I'd like to hear what you've got to say. And last but not least, don't ever forget your license and your federal duck stamp. Hey, duck season is here. I hope to see you out in the marsh sometime.